Breaking news. Russia's upcoming presidential election coincides with the opening of a massive national exposition. Russia's disdain for the West is on full display at a new national exhibition that opened on Saturday and will remain open until the March presidential election, in which Vladimir Putin is widely expected to run for a fourth term as president. Putin issued an edict in March mandating the expo's holding, and some have interpreted this as an attempt to lay an ideological groundwork for his re-election. There had been rumors that he would use the opportunity to declare his candidacy for the upcoming March election, but his spokesman later denied that this was the case. If re-elected, Putin would continue to lead Russia as president or prime minister until 2030. The venue is VDNKH, the massive expo grounds in northern Moscow that were built by Joseph Stalin and are famous for their collection of elaborate Soviet Gothic-style pavilions. Putin's desire to restore Russia as a superpower is mirrored by the setting, which appeals to the nostalgia of many Russians for the Soviet era. Thematically, the exposition focuses on Russia as a country of diverse ethnic groups and cultures unified by a sense of national purpose. It includes displays from each of Russia's regions, as well as from the Luhansk and Donetsk regions of Ukraine that Russia claims to have annexed, along with an array of presentations on industry, education and technology will be on offer. The official narrative has centered on the idea that Russia is engaged in a clash of civilizations ever since Russian forces invaded Ukraine in February 2022. All attempts to provoke or attack Russia will ultimately fail, Putin said in a message commemorating the opening of the exhibition, because we are one people, bound by a common history, fraternal bonds of friendship, and mutual understanding. Putin's close ally Nikolai Patrushev, the head of the National Security Council, elaborated on the concept in a speech he delivered on the first day of the exhibition. In contrast to the West, Russia has offered a civilizational choice based on preserving national sovereignty, mutual respect, equal partnership, traditional family values, protection of religious foundations and the rights of believers, as well as generally accepted norms of morality, ethics and social behavior, according to him. Historically, Russia has always been a bone in the throat of the West, interfering with the implementation of its hegemonic plans, said Patrushev. Russia hopes to have successfully struck again against the Leopard 2 tanks in the Ukraine conflict. Meanwhile, casualties continue to mount on both sides of the conflict. Moscow. The conflict in Ukraine has been shaping the lives of many Europeans for over 20 months. The troops of President Volodymyr Zelensky, fortified by Western arms shipments, had repeatedly driven back Putin's army with a massive counteroffensive. However, the front in the Ukraine conflict appears to be static at the moment, with both Kiev and Moscow relying heavily on artillery.